Hi everyone, welcome to the month of March. This is the month where we celebrate all the fantastic women in our lives. This month, we're going to be focusing on only female authors of personal finance and financial literacy books. Today, we're going to be focusing on Bola Shokunbi's Clever Girl Finance. Let's jump right in. By way of an overview, this book is focused on women who want to take charge of their personal finance. Women who are struggling with their personal finances at the moment, working women who want to take charge of their financial independence, and for successful women who want to keep succeeding. We know that everybody has had an opportunity to make one major mistake with money. Mistakes that you think that are irrecoverable. What's the point of dwelling in the past about these mistakes? You want to be able to acknowledge that you've made a mistake, see the point where you made that mistake, and then move on from that. What would help would be to sit and reflect on the mistakes you made and the steps to take not to make those mistakes again. A good exercise will be to sit down, reflect, and jot things down. I know that we've heard a lot about budgeting. Budgeting is such a huge part of being financially independent. What budgeting really entails is you taking charge of your finances, telling your money what to do as opposed to just being a slave to spending. And let's not be too serious about budgeting. For it to be sustainable, it has to be tailored to your lifestyle. We also have to include rewards so that when you have successfully done a certain or achieved a certain goal, you give yourself a reward. Okay, this next point, it really touches on what a good debt is and what bad debt is. Good debt, such as mortgages, give you some sort of financial asset at the end. So for instance, at the end of your mortgage tenure, you own the piece of property that you have been paying on. That is good. So you can consistently pay on that. Bad debt is expensive, and at the end of a bad debt is a liability. You probably have forgotten what you used the money for. There are two techniques that you can find very useful and were highlighted in this book. The snowball technique, where you pay the smallest debt first. The second technique will be the avalanche. It helps you to pay off the most expensive debt first. It may also coincide that the most expensive is the biggest, but hey, hang in there. You need to be able to tick off those expensive debts so that what you're paying in the end will be the cheaper ones. Ladies, we need to start getting interested in the stock market. Start to diversify your portfolio. Investing in the stock market is a very long-term strategy. Think about the objective as retirement. So to be able to retire and live well in retirement, you want to be able to put money away that will compound over time. It's important for you to do your research, check for the companies that you're interested in, look for long-term objectives that suit you, and start to invest in the stock market. Long-term investments pays. You also want to be very, very wary of investments that offer you very high interest. Typically, it's high risk, high interest. So please be aware. The next point Bola Shokunbi highlighted in this book was to use loans to your advantage. Now, the way to go about this is to keep your eye on your credit score. Check what your own score is. A higher credit score gives you the opportunity to access higher amounts in principal at lower rates. Finally, explore other opportunities to make money. Start commercial side hustles that you understand and that can bring a commensurate value to you as the time you put in. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode as much as we enjoyed creating it. See you next week where we'll talk about another book from an inspiring female author. See you next week.